What is up, Prince Squad? I am back with another live stream, and thank you guys for tuning in today. And today I kind of have a topic. I'm trying to see about helping the people who are trying to go ahead and get their business started, or the people who don't really know what they need to do to get their business started. So I'm asking the questions: why have you not started your t-shirt business? So hopefully I can offer some assistance to you guys and help you go ahead and get everything started. So if you have any questions, go ahead and full color without the box. What is that? What that mean? What's up, Prince and More? How you doing, Scooby-Doo? Y'all, while y'all on here, y'all can let me know how the volume is and everything, cause I hate Windows 10. How you doing, Uniquely Tisa? Every time they do an update, it kind of changes stuff. What's up, Gina? How you doing? What's up, Crystal? So let me know if y'all can hear everything and make sure it sounds good and everything. Okay, yeah, Windows 10 does the updates and they force you to do them, and sometimes I have to like reset everything, like my printers. It don't recognize my printers and everything like that. So I just want to make sure y'all can hear me and everything. Okay, Tisa says we've started ours, but it's a slow process. I'm okay with that though, because we are self-funding it. Yeah, that's how I started out. I didn't get any loans or anything like that, or put anything on the credit card. I kind of just bought little by little. The first thing that I did buy was the heat press though, and I started doing transfers. I used to go to Walmart and buy the transfer paper and just print that out, and then I ended up getting a vinyl cutter, and from there, you know, it just progressed. Gina, you hear cows? They're not coming from me this time. How you doing, Otez Luke? All right, Crystal. Let me see. Blue Division said, how can I do a full color photo without the box if you're first starting out? Are you talking about like from a what do you call it, from a transfer? You can print to the edges depending on what program you use. Like Photoshop will allow you to print without borders, but the one that I have on my laptop right now, you can't do it on that one, but the other ones that I have, you can. It just depends on you. Or I also have a paper cutter. You can actually cut the border off if you want to cut it off, but usually I just leave it on unless the customer requests for me to cut it off. Kiko09 said, I don't know why I don't start. I have a brand new Cameo, a 16 by 20 heat press. I feel lost. I get scared to fail. Well, you know what? If you just start making some shirts, and even if you and just your family and friends wear them, you know, if you're doing a good job on them, people will eventually ask about them and, you know, give you compliments on them. How you doing, Karma Rose? How you doing, Rob Beats? And maybe that'll give you a confidence booster, and also posting some online and kind of see where, you know, what people think about them. And another thing that can kind of let you know, I am not actually, I have an Etsy, but I don't actually use it. But I do have a friend that uses Etsy, and she posts images of her shirts on there for sale, and she can see which ones people like on there, so they can kind of give you some feedback of designs that people like, you know, even if you're not actually selling a lot on there, you know, because that is online selling. Maybe you can, the ones that they like on there, it may be a good idea to try to sell them in person, or print those for, you know, so that people can see them and post them on your social media and stuff like that. Danny Miller says, what's the easiest software for creating t-shirt designs for HTV? I can't really tell you what the easiest is, because I think a lot of it is, if you have never dealt with it, you know, you have to kind of learn the process or learn the software. But Roll and Cut Studio comes with a software that's pretty easy, but I like to use Photoshop to design all of my create all of my designs and then move it into Roll and Cut Studio. So I guess the easiest one for me, I would say, is Photoshop, but it wasn't easy in the beginning. So if anybody else have any easy programs that you can use to create vinyl designs, if y'all list them on here, maybe that'll help Kiko out. I'm sorry, maybe that'll help Danny Miller out, not Kiko. Let me see. Scooby-Doo said, Kiko, the only failure is not starting. Prince and Moore said, YouTube, you can turn updates off. Maybe I have to try that. Uniquely, Tisa said, that's what we're doing. We started with the Cricut and a heat press. Yep, you don't have to have the most expensive equipment to start out with. You know, you just get you something going where you can start making money. And then from there, you can save the money, especially if you have another job. You can save all of your t-shirt money to upgrade your equipment. How you doing, Aspire T-Shirt Works? Go ahead with your question. Glotorious said, is the vinyl cutter hard to use? No, it's not. And the only vinyl cutters I have used are the rolling cutters. It kind of depends on your vinyl cutter, because I don't believe they are all the exact same. So you would have to kind of see, but I don't think they're hard to use. Thanks, Rye. I'm trying to start doing a few topics, because we kind of get on here sometimes and just get to talking about whatever. I mean, if it don't hurt to talk about different things, but I'm trying to kind of stick with some topics to try to help a few people. What's up? Is that Osvaldo V? Osvaldo V? Scooby-Doo says, Glotorious, no, it's not hard to use. Danny Miller says, I have everything, but designing is the hardest part. Like what type of designs are you trying to do? I'm gonna be doing a couple of design tutorials pretty soon. I'll probably record one today. I might record it before I leave the shop. But I'm trying to at least post one design video each week to try to help you guys out. But the only program that I'm really pretty good with is Photoshop. I mean, I use Roll and Cut Studio. I'm pretty good with that too. But as far as just creating any type of design, Photoshop would be the one that I would use. So I'm going to be doing some Photoshop tutorials. Corma Rose says, I'm still getting equipment. I have my heat press and vinyl cutter. I just ordered cards, but I still need a laptop and internet. I'm taking one step at a time. Yep, that's, you got to start from wherever you can, and eventually, and even if you don't have internet, you could possibly, once you get your laptop, if you don't have internet yet, you could possibly go like to libraries or different places like that and take your laptop and download you some clip art, and use it at a later time. And that's a good idea too. Go ahead and get you either like an external hard drive or a USB drive or something like that to store everything on, and you can make different folders and put different types of clip art in it so that you can keep it organized and you can find it when you need to. What's up, Terrence? Scooby-Doo said, I use Corel for what I need. There are a gazillion other uses, but I know what I know. Rabi says, entrepreneurs need to forget about making mistakes. Just do it. And that's true. You can learn from your mistakes. In the beginning, I used to mess up a lot of t-shirts, but I eventually got it down. And like whenever I would order my shirts, I had to order several extra shirts because I knew I was gonna mess up. But after a while, because like when I first started, I started off doing vinyl, and when I started screen printing, once I got my equipment in, I didn't have time to just try to learn because I had orders and stuff coming in so I learned, you know, doing people's orders, and sometimes I would mess up shirts, and I just had to have extra shirts, you know. Crystal Leggett says Silhouette is a great starter cutter, but you are limited to cutting widths under 12 inches. What's up, Angelou Nunu? Thank you, and I appreciate you watching. Scooby-Doo says, I love my cap press. Which one do you have? Says uniquely Tisa. Let me see what Scooby-Doo got. Let me scroll down a little bit. Gina Gill says, my sublimation printer is too big to haul around, so I'll print some images to press there. I must have missed the first part of that comment. Osvaldo says, I have a Silhouette Cameo, started doing stickers and now doing vinyl. I just bought my heat press, a 16 by 20. Let's start making some money. Aspire T says, if you were to vinyl cut a square shape that's sliced in half with two colors, how do you heat press it and get it lined up without one side or color shrinking and throwing it out of alignment? I have some videos on the way that I, like if I'm doing a two color design, unless it's actually going to be layered, I use double-sided tape to stick it to the let me try to explain this right. Let me see, I'm gonna use this transparency. Okay, like I have this transparency right here, and this is I'm gonna pretend that this is actually vinyl. So you see right here, this is one color of the transparency, if you can see it, and then I have this next color right here. Okay, like for the whole thing I wouldn't be able to do what I'm telling you, but like on this part that's, you know, the part that says Manny, M-A-N-Y, like I can stack it right here, and let me see, I'm trying to explain this good. This one may not work. Let me try this other one, and I'm sorry, this is kind of an on the fly question. Okay, I'm going to use this one. Okay, we're going to ignore this part right here, the bottom part. We're just going to pretend that this one only has the letters up here. Okay, so this one has the letters at the top, and then I have this one right here with the rest of the design on it. So if I wanted to press this and this at the same time, and we're pretending that this second one does not have this image at the bottom. So what I would do is I would take just these letters right here at the top, and I would cut them out, and with double-sided tape I would tape them onto this one at the top in the correct position. So when I got ready to like lay it down, like I'm pretending my hand is the platen of the press, when I lay it down right here, after I've used the double-sided tape to tape it, it's all gonna get the same amount of heat at the same time, so that you won't have the shrinking. And depending on your design, you know, that may work for you. And hopefully I didn't really confuse you, but I do have the videos that will show you better, you know, how I do that. And maybe you can check those out, and maybe that'll be helpful to you. And if not, then leave me a question and I'll try to answer it when I get a chance. Or if you contact me on Instagram, my Instagram is at tshirtchicktv. I answer a lot of questions on there and kind of communicate back and forth with people on there a lot. So, you know, if you have any more questions, maybe I can try to help you out with that. Scooby-Doo says she has a Hotronix cap press. What's up, Young Sparrow? Otez Luke says, I use LXI Expert. Tisa says, Hotronix is expensive. We're working up to those, but don't, I guess, want to wait. until them to produce stuff. Yeah, the press that I have is a Hicks heat press, and I started like in 2009 printing t-shirts, maybe a little before 2009, around 2008, 2009, somewhere off in there. But when I got the Hicks Econo press, and it's a 15 by 15 press. They also have a 16 by 20 Econo press. So the only thing that, and it's really not a problem, because what I usually do when I'm pressing my shirts is I just kind of count, the 15 or 20 or how much time I have to press each transfer or design or whatever. I count it off in my head, but I do have a timer, and actually it came with the press, and I can set the timer and press it at the correct amount of time and on the correct temperature and everything, and I haven't had any issues with that. And Hicks is a well-known brand, and they also have some other presses that offer more options and things like that, but that one is real simple, and I think it's a good press, and Hicks is a good brand. It has a lifetime warranty on the heater, so that that may be a brand to look into. And the can't think of the name of the Hotronics presses. They have a lot of bells and whistles, and they are really nice presses, but if you can't afford that, the Hicks presses are just as, they work just as good. And the one that I have is just a simple press, and I've been making money I've been had this shop open for over 8 years, going on 9 years. So and even before that I had my heat press. Chris, what's up, Chrissy Corey? And the question is, how long were you printing before you started selling your work? Great channel. Thank you for watching. I actually was printing maybe a couple of years. I was just doing like the t-shirt transfers, and I was printing for my kids and stuff like that. And then the first business that I printed for was a daycare, and it was the lady, her husband is a doctor, and it's my kid's doctor, and she had a daycare, and I printed the t-shirts for her daycare, and I did that for a while. That was like the biggest thing and the first thing. And then I did a couple of things for my church. I did some tote bags, I did some t-shirts for my church and stuff like that. So I pretty much, I guess within a year or so, I started, selling a few things, but it was mostly to people that I knew. What's up, Lou? How you doing? Otez Luke says, how do you flip an image in Photoshop? I'm trying to, let me see. Now, I'd never really flip images in Photoshop, but you can. It's a few ways you can do it. You can go to what is it called? You can go to image, and you can go to, look, I have to look on here. Let me look on here and try to see. You go to image, and then you go to canvas. No, you go to image rotation, and then you can flip it. You can flip it, flip canvas horizontal, flip canvas vertical, or however you need to do it. And another way you can do it is manually. Like if you go to edit and you click on free transform, and you can like rotate it, you can like flip it that way. So that's two ways to do it in Photoshop. All right, Aspire T. Good. I'm glad that helped you. Let me see. All right, let me put your email on here. It is Cheryl. And I might not remember it by heart. I don't know if I remember your email by heart, Scooby-Doo. I know it's Cheryl. Is it Cheryl? If you put just the first part of it, I can put it on here for you. I don't know why I don't let you either. Some people can do it and some can't. I don't know what's going on with that. Rob B says, how you dealing with garment I can't even say the word. Fibrillation, fibers in the shirts when you screen print. A lot of times when you printing, if you're doing, I guess like say that you're printing white on black shirts, and sometimes when you don't let your shirt dry, you know, you have to let it kind of dry to touch before you put that second layer, and that's usually when I have had problems with that, because the design my print didn't dry. You know, I don't know exactly what it does. I guess it kind of sticks to the screen or something, you know, when you don't flash it long enough. But if you shouldn't have the fibrillation if you let it dry good enough before you put that second layer, and it's not like curing, you just kind of want it dry to your touch pretty much. I mean, it may feel a little sticky when you touch it, but you don't want it to where the ink will get on your fingers. Terrence Cruz said, good transfer paper you use. Is it for the inkjet? Yeah, that is for the inkjet printer, and it was the Avery transfer printer from Walmart. Transfer paper from Walmart. What's up, Anas Ali? I'm good. Let me see. Oh, Daraway says you have to be mod for her live chats to post links. Well, I can make you a moderator, Scooby-Doo. Let me see. I don't know exactly how to do it. Let me see. I'll add you as a moderator, and that way you can post whatever you want to. Scooby-Doo is now a moderator for your chat. Yeah, because you're always helping a lot of people on here, so that's a good thing to add you as a moderator. And you're the first person I've added. It's a couple other people that I should add on here too. Let me see. Cheryl it. Let me see. All right, Scooby-Doo, I added you as a moderator. If you don't mind, see if you can add your email on here, and I'll let you see if that was what the problem was. Terrence Cruz says, can you use your transfer paper with your vinyl cutter? Yes, I can cut out images. You can actually cut out a few things using your vinyl cutter. You can cut out fabric. You can cut out what is it called? You can cut out a few things with your vinyl cutter. You just have to have a carrier sheet for some of the things. You are special, Scooby-Doo. Did you check to see if you could type in your email? Any advice for bringing more traffic to an online store? I haven't really had an online store, but I think that posting it on Facebook would probably would probably kind of let some people know that you have it. Like I don't know. I have sold a few of the print squad shirts on here, but I mostly do, just post the link on my videos and stuff like that. But as far as other sales, other than that, I haven't really done a lot of, all right. You got it on there, Scooby-Doo. So I don't have to do it no more. You can do it from now on. Yeah, this is the place to be, Cheryl. I see you said you love this group. This probably is the best group on here. The squad, the print squad. The squad is the best. But yeah, I would just say if you can post it on your social media pages and stuff like that. But I don't actually just have an online store. And when I had it set up so that people could go online, like when I'm selling spirit shirts, I had set it up so that people could order online and pick it up. And I was using the Square website, but I didn't get a lot of sales on there. So, I can't really say if that really just works. If anybody else got any advice about trying to drive traffic to online sites, if y'all can kind of post it on there, and maybe we can help Young Sparrow out. You welcome, Cheryl. I'm sorry, Crystal. You welcome, Crystal. Yeah, that Square reader, like when people come in there and they don't have cash and stuff like that. And I don't know if you signed up under me or not, but if you sign up, the people who don't have Square, if you sign up under somebody, like the link that I leave in my description box, you can get $1,000 worth of free processing for that month. For 6 months, or $1,000, whichever comes first. So that's the best way to do it. If you know somebody that has Square, sign up under them, and both of y'all can get that same $1,000, or y'all can just use my link and we can both get it. What's up, Ends? We was waiting on you to show up. Well, Terrence, you need to get that Cricut to going and make you some money. That way you can get your money back from what you spent on it. Scooby-Doo said it's going to work wonders for you in the box, Terrence. Well, I bet you it won't get any dust on it for sure. All right, Crystal, thanks. I appreciate it. But yeah, you can do that, and since you have set yours up, let somebody sign up under you, and you can get another $1,000 or 6 months. That's most places you're gonna have to pay to process your credit cards, but if you sign up under somebody, then all you have to do is go on there to the left side and go down to get free processing, and it'll explain everything on that link. Andrew Nichols says, so were you selling your services or selling a brand on your site? When I had, on my site now, I'm selling the print squad shirts. I need to get some more designs up there and offer some different colors. But I wasn't selling branded stuff or a clothing line or anything like that. Excuse me. I was actually using the just doing the spirit shirts that I print each week. Julie Bland said, were you nervous to start your business? No, I actually had started my business doing video editing. I have told y'all a few times on here, I don't know if you knew or not, but that was actually my first business. And like the videos for YouTube, they kind of plain, but like I pretty much anything that I see somebody do, I pretty much know how to do it. in videos. I used to watch a lot of music videos, and if it was something I didn't know how to do, I would try to learn how to do it. But no, it was just, I had been doing that for a while, so the t-shirts wasn't really anything, it didn't make me nervous or anything, because I already had been dealing with people, and like I had been filming like weddings, church events, this little event that we have every year. I had filmed a few music videos, so no, I wasn't nervous. And I feel like once you get comfortable doing what you are doing, then you won't be nervous. I mean, anything that you're new to, you can be nervous about it, but once you realize you know what you're doing, and you'll feel more comfortable about it. All right, I'll put the link up for the square. All right, you can use that link right there. No, I don't send PayPal invoices. You can actually send invoices from Square. You can like email those. Scooby-Doo says my Epson printer died. I have to purchase another one. Hey, Scooby-Doo, did you try sending it back to Epson? Because I had one that I had for years, and I sent it back to them, and they ended up replacing it. I mean, Epson is real good about replacing it, and I don't know how long you have had the printer, but if they still sell that printer, I would contact them and say, hey, this is what happened to my printer, and they ended up, all I had to do was send it back. And then when I had sold my Epson 1400 printer, I had sold it on Craigslist, and the guy that bought it, like I had bought a new printer, and I hadn't been using the 1400, so since it was just kind of sitting there, then I went ahead and posted it on Craigslist, and I sold it. And then when I sold it to the guy, he was thinking it was something wrong with the printer. He called me or emailed me and was like going off on me, and I'm like, I called him right after he emailed me, and I was like, hey, what's the problem with the printer? And I was like, the printer was working. I hadn't used it in a few months, but it was working. And I told him that probably the the ink, the things were clogged up. I can't even think of the name of it. But anyway, I told him, I said I can come and get the printer, and I told him when I could come get it. And then I told him that if he didn't want it, I would come get it. But I also told him how good they were, and what ended up happening was he sent it back, and they sent him a new one. So that he didn't have the issue anymore, because they sent him another printer, and he didn't think I was doing him wrong anymore. So but I would never sell somebody something that was wrong with it. And if he didn't want it, I would have had to get it back and try to sell it again. But he did end up contacting Epson, and even though I had purchased the printer, he was able to get it, get the new printer. So you can try that before you actually buy a new one. You're welcome, Julie. Let me see. How you doing, Full Rusher? What's up, Gwen Carry on, if I pronounced that right. Thank you for tuning in. Full Rusher says I use transfers for my printing and was considering doing business with other businesses. Should I be worried about being overwhelmed? What is your advice? I don't think you should be worried about being overwhelmed, because even though, like, sometimes, like this week that came up, I had a lot going on, and on Friday, like, it was 2 funerals this week, so I ended up having to print 2 shirts for funerals this week that had to be done on Saturday. Okay, so I ordered my shirts so that they would be in on Wednesday, but somehow UPS had a late truck, and I didn't end up getting my shirts until Thursday. So I was like super busy. So during the time that I'm printing these shirts for the funerals, I'm having to print spirit shirts. So, you know, sometimes it's like that, but you know, you just deal with the situation. And if you need help, you can always hire somebody, especially, you know, if you're really getting overwhelmed a lot, you can hire somebody to work with you. Or if you have a friend or somebody, you know, you can pay them to work with you. But I wouldn't worry about getting overwhelmed. I mean, I want to be overwhelmed in my business. I want to be able to hire other people to do the work. And then that, you know, that will actually free me up to where I can do one thing. I can either design, or I can either print only, or, you know, whatever. And, you know, and maybe if I am doing enough, I can hire one person for each thing. Like I can have a graphic designer, I can have a printer, I can have a person for customer service that just takes the orders. I mean, you know, that's, I feel like what you want as a business for, and not saying you want your business to be overwhelmed, but you know, if you are getting that many orders, then you'll be able to get other people to work for you and grow your business. And that to me is the object of the business. And that's like this small town that I'm in, you know, it's like at times I have a lot going on, then sometimes I don't. And I don't know, it's a lot that I've been thinking about. I actually been thinking about moving. I mean, it's okay, but I want more than what I'm getting here. I would like to be able to hire people, you know, but it's like the way that it is. I mean, I'm making enough for me, and I'm making enough to put a little back, but I would love to be able to have a big business to where I don't have to print or do anything. I can just hire people to do it all for me, you know, and I just kind of oversee it. So that, you know, that may be something that I'm doing in the future. I don't know. I'm kind of, you know, looking into moving right now. So if I do, the earliest it will be is like next summer sometime. So we'll just have to see how everything goes with that. Crystal Leggett says the invoices from Square are pretty simple and self-explainable to customers. Gina Gill says Astros just became AL West Division champs just now. All right, Rod, thank you for tuning in. Gina said, where's my boys? I left them at home today. Left them at home playing the video game because I didn't want to have to fuss. They actually been pretty good the last couple of days. Probably because my oldest son, he had to work Saturday, and they had got a little break from each other. So, you know, since they was pretty good, I left them at home playing the game. Oh well, Scooby Doo, if you done modified it and stuff, you know, there may be something they may not accept it back. But I was using a CIS with one of it, a continuous ink system. Lou Richards says, Scooby-Doo, I had a 1430 that locked up when the update, the wireless feature and Epson replaced it, even though it was a clearance purchase. It was still under warranty. Remove the cartridges. Andrew Nichols says, I've been watching your videos for some months now and enjoy and appreciate your down-to-earth attitude and approach. Thank you, Andrew, and I appreciate it. And I really appreciate y'all. I had posted the kind of ranting video about YouTube, and I don't know why they're not really flagging my videos, but they're saying that my videos are not suitable for advertising. Which, you know, when I'm doing the videos, it's good to be able to make some money. Where I know it's a lot of YouTubers on here that ask people, they say YouTube is not sponsoring, is not paying me anymore. Can y'all go to my I don't even know. It's like they want people to donate or whatever. But like, I'm not asking y'all to donate. I mean, I sell the Print Squad shirts, and I feel like I sell them for a reasonable price, you know, and I come on here and I give y'all free information and stuff like that. And I'm not asking y'all to like donate or give me anything, but my stuff is appropriate. I don't have any bad language or inappropriate stuff on my videos, and I just it just kind of is upsetting dealing with YouTube at times. And you know, and I like being able to make a little money, and maybe as I grow eventually, maybe this can be another income for me. Right now it's not really much, but you know, it would just help if they would not say that my videos are inappropriate and cause me to not get paid the little bit that I do get paid. And you know, I'm trying to be consistent on here. I'm trying to help people on here. Like, it's a lot of people that offer classes and they charge people and stuff like that for different things, and I come on here and I give you free videos, and every week I try to be consistent and come here and answer your questions, and you know, just hang out with y'all and try to, you know, see what ways I can help you. And I am getting close to 5,000 subscribers, and I know I told y'all once I reach 5,000 subscribers I will be doing a giveaway, and that's, you know, I still plan on doing that also. You know, I depending on who wins, if they want like something to help them get started in the heat pressing part of the business or the screen printing part of the business, you know, I'm planning on still doing that. And you know, as I grow, and then that, you know, if YouTube would allow me to make the little money with them, all of that money can go to the side, and I can use that money to buy whatever I'm going to give away to y'all, you know, because I'm not a millionaire. I can't really just buy y'all the most expensive stuff and do giveaways, and I don't have anybody sponsoring me to where I can call this company and say, hey, if you send me this, I'll promote you and, you know, give this away to somebody. You know, I don't have anybody doing that. Everything that I do, you know, it's coming out of my pocket pretty much, you know. And then when YouTube comes with this stuff, but I really appreciate all of y'all for being supportive. I got a lot of thumbs up on that video, and you know, a lot of people showed me that they actually cared, you know, because I, you know, it kind of is, you know, kind of is upsetting to see them put my videos as not monetized when all I'm doing is coming on here trying to help people, you know. So I appreciate all of y'all support and everything, and just being there and watching my videos and hitting the thumbs up button and showing up here for my lives and everything that y'all do. I really appreciate that. And like Andrew was saying, he appreciate my down-to-earth attitude. You know, I try to be real on here. You know, if it's something that I don't know, I don't pretend that I know the answer to it, because it's a lot of things that I may not know. And people have came on here and gave me tips, and I have used the tips or tried what they said, and it worked out. So, you know, I let other people know, because when I first started out, I didn't have anybody that could come on here. Like, I don't it wasn't anybody at that time that would offer live videos, and then sometimes I would ask questions and the questions would never get answered and stuff like that. But I try to come on here, and if people really have questions, like if I have the YouTube app on my phone, so if somebody asks a question, you know, it'll pop up, and if it's a important question, I'll go ahead and answer it on my phone, you know. But some of the other questions I sometimes wait. But like if it's a question like, hey, I'm working on the order now and I'm having this issue, I try to go ahead and answer it as quickly as I can. And with the other questions, a lot of times I will kind of, you know, wait until I have time to go through and answer them all. And I try to answer all of the questions. Usually it's like late at night when I'm answering questions. So, you know, but I do try to answer every question. I have some questions I need to answer now. I'll probably be answering some of them tonight though. What's up, Bridget White? And thank you for watching, Bridget. Thanks, Expired T-shirt. T-shirt works. I appreciate you watching. And Full Russia says the demonetization is a big thing going on YouTube right now. So don't worry about it. It's automated, and you'll just have to submit a request for review. Trust me, it's not your videos. I've been submitting the request. And Jason N says print squad shirts are money. Yes, they are. I try to do a reasonable amount on them. And thanks, Scooby-Doo. I really appreciate all of y'all. But I did have a question for today. Why have you not started your t-shirt business? And that's really for the people who have not started. I know a lot of y'all on here, have businesses and have been doing pretty well in your businesses. But not that this is all about just helping the new people, but I would like to help people if I can. And if it's people on here. Oh, Jason says no. I was asking how much. They are from $15 to $18 depending on your price, on your size, and the shipping is included in the price. And I have the link where my website is tshirtchicktv.com if anybody's interested. And I do need to go on there and update my stock levels and stuff, because I had sold out of a few sizes and different colors and stuff. But I'm gonna try to do that today. So if there's anybody on here that is thinking about starting a t-shirt business and they do not know why, or they need help with a certain area, I would like to try to help y'all if I can. If y'all can let me know why y'all haven't started, what y'all waiting on to start making this money. Krista said, what was the process for creating your website? On Square, Jason N says $18 ship. That's a steal. I'll grab one soon. Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it. Crystal said, what was the process for creating your website? Now, I made the video. The only thing that I did not do on video was I used the did I do that? I don't think I did it on video, where I used the mock-ups and I just put my designs on there. That's the only thing that I didn't do, but if you need help on that, I can do a video on that. Gwen Carrion said, my holdup is equipment. So many choices and costs. Like, how are you trying to start, Gwen? Are you trying to start out using the heat press and vinyl, or the heat press and printed transfers? You can order screen printed transfers, or do you want to start out doing screen print? I always recommend starting out with a vinyl cutter, because in the beginning, you don't really have as many customers, and you kind of just need to work on your designing. And, with the vinyl cutter, if you have people that come in, like if you don't have a group of people that's ordering the same thing, you're not really going to want to do screen printing, because you don't want to have to make a screen for one t-shirt. The screen printing is really for the larger orders, like the bigger orders or whatever. Full Russia says, I'm gonna change up my website, and next stream I'll post it for everyone to look at and tell me what I could change. That sounds cool. Yeah, that'll be good. I'll go on there and look at it and let you know what I think about it. And I'm sure other people on here will probably be interested in helping also. Terrence Cruz said, I haven't fully started my t-shirt business because I'm holding back my t-shirts till I get my neck labels, and then I could brand them like I planned. Terrence, if you're doing screen printing, you can possibly create your own neck labels. I have everything I need to do transfers. Eventually, probably when it slows down a little bit, I'm going to try to, do the transfers for you guys. And we also have Jason Enns on here, who, from what I hear, is the bomb at creating transfers. So, there may be a person that y'all can deal with. And if you ask him, he will leave his information for y'all, and y'all can check it out. Terrence Cruz says, I haven't fully started my t-shirt business because I'm holding back my t-shirts till I just read that one. Okay. That's the key word, lack of money. I'm on a fixed income, but I'm making it happen slowly but surely. That was, the way that I did, I kind of bought little by little, and I found the Hicks heat press that was a budget press. So, at Ends Print Co. Let me see. All right, Jason, is it okay if I make you a moderator on here? Because I think you and Scooby-Doo are two of the ones who have been here like the whole time from the beginning and have pretty much been on every live that I have had. And that way y'all can post whatever y'all need to post on here. But y'all are two that, you know, y'all have really been here pretty much the whole time I've been doing lives. And Gwen, I do have a video that shows how to get started for $500 if you're interested in the heat press way, and any of the things in that video can be substituted out. You know, even if you don't want to get the cheaper press, you can get one of those cutters in there and buy a more expensive press. You know, it's different things like that you could do, or you could just get you a good heat press. And you could find one of the companies that prints the transfers. I mean, it's a lot of different things that you could do. Yeah, a lot of people on here use the what is it called? I can't think of what it's called now, but it's the smaller vinyl cutter. I actually have it, the Silhouette. I couldn't think of the name of it. A lot of people on here use the Silhouette. And from what I hear, it's a good quality machine. I have never used it myself, but a lot of people on here use it. Julie Frazier says, my holdup is making designs. What software is the best? The software that I use is Photoshop, but a lot of people use Illustrator. I just am not very good with Illustrator. So, and then it's a lot of tutorials on here. Like, really, I guess if I really just wanted to learn Illustrator, I could. But part of it is, you know, I know Photoshop, and Photoshop kind of has been doing, I've been able to do what I needed to do with Photoshop. So I have not really dealt much with Illustrator. But anything you want to learn how to do, such as designing and stuff like that, it's on here. Sometimes the people on here kind of go a little fast, but you can always pause it. And what I like to do when I'm watching a tutorial is get my Photoshop open, and you know, and in one window, or sometimes depending on if I have my double screen set up or whatever, I'll open Photoshop up in one screen and I'll watch the tutorial. And once they say you do this step, I'll pause it and I'll do that step. And that way you can kind of keep up with them better. And I also take notes, write it down. And that way, you know, after you get done with it and it comes out right, you can go through it and try to do it again yourself using your notes. And after a while, you won't even need the notes. Lou Richards says, my biggest problem is getting the business. I have the equipment, but I'm an introvert. And though the website will work, but no traffic. No, I thought the website would work, but no traffic so far. Now, even though I'm on here and I talk to y'all and stuff, like I'm used to talking to a lot of people, that one reason I can do that is because I don't see y'all. Like, I don't like being in big crowds. I'm not the person that just, and I don't know, y'all probably can tell from my demeanor at times, but I'm not the person that is gonna get up and speak to a big group of people. You know, growing up, I was always kind of shy. I mean, if you kind of get me to a certain point, you know, or make me mad or something, you know, it takes a lot to make me mad. But if you get me to a certain point, I'll kind of say stuff that I really want to say. But I'm kind of a more reserved and to myself type person. So I am not really the one to, I guess, speak in public and stuff like that. But, you know, it's not that hard with YouTube to be able to speak in front of people. But I think if you get online and kind of post some of your stuff on there and kind of you know, you can kind of reach out more online. And I'm trying to think of how to put it, but you can reach out more online, and you're not actually having to have actual contact with the people. But if you're gonna be doing a business like this, and especially in person, unless your business is gonna be online, you pretty much gonna have to be able to somewhat interact and deal with your customers. You know, I mean, I don't have no problem talking to the people and dealing with them. If it's something that I know about, I don't have no problem talking to them and dealing with them. If I don't know what I'm talking about, that's a different story. But when it comes to t-shirts, I know a lot about printing t-shirts and stuff like that, so I don't have a problem with dealing with my customers as they come in. But I mean, that's a few things that I can offer if you try to push it more online. And then a lot of the stuff is like with the spirit shirts, that was something that really kind of put my business on another level. And if you have anybody in your family maybe, or a friend who has kids or something like that goes to school, whatever is their best team, if you start making shirts for that, like if they basketball team have won state for the last couple of years, people gonna want to buy stuff with their name on it, with the basketball team on it. Or like our football team, we have a good football team, people gonna want to buy stuff with that on it. So you got to kind of see what's going on in your area. Then when different events come up, just like we have October coming up, and it's breast cancer awareness month, you have plenty of time if you start right now to make some designs for that. And people will see your designs ahead of time, and maybe that can generate you some business. And that's the tips that I have on that. What's up, Bridget Gainers? Let me see. William Lawrence, how you doing? He said, I just bought my heat press and Silhouette 3. I've been trying to get familiar with the software. Do you have any tips? They have a lot of tutorials online, and I have never dealt with the Silhouette, but I know they have tutorials online for pretty much anything. And part of the thing is you're gonna have to work with it yourself, do some trial and error and stuff like that. Try watching some tutorials and just try some different things. That's the tips I can offer with that. If anybody else on here has some tips for William Lawrence about the Silhouette, getting used to the program and stuff like that, leave the tips for him. Jason N says, I was a touring musician for 12 years and played to some big crowds. If I was shy, I'd be in trouble. Bridget Gainer said, I don't like big crowds. People wonder how I'm a teacher. You know what, Bridget? I was a teacher before too. To me, it's different when you're dealing with kids, because it's like when you're talking to adults, it's a big difference to me, because like with kids, they don't know if you know what you're talking about or not. They just there to to try to learn from you. But like when you're talking to adults, it is different to me, because they already grown and they already got their ideas about certain things. Like with little kids, I know, especially the smaller kids, you can tell them anything, just like Santa Claus. How we believe when we was little, if that's what they told us, that's what we was gonna believe. But as you get older, you kind of get your own ideas about things, and it's some things that you may not believe, even things that you were taught when you was little and you believed in. As you get older and you get your own idea about things, sometimes I guess that's kind of the difference. But sometimes that kind of comes into play, because with kids, whatever you tell them, they pretty much gonna believe it. But adults are way different. Let me see. Lou Richard says, I'm okay talking to customers. I'm not good at getting the business in person. I mean, that's pretty much the tips that I can give you right there. As far as I don't know what else tips to give you. Maybe I can kind of do some brainstorming, or if anybody else have any ideas, as far as getting the business in person. Like, if you are printing at home instead of in a shop or something, it is kind of different. You just gotta get your advertising out there. You may have to always have your business cards with you. I have a video that may be helpful, and it's called 7 ways to improve 7 ways to get more sales, I think is what it's called, something like that, and it kind of discusses a few things more in detail. Y'all silly. Gina said, what kind of music? I bet rock and roll. Jason said, radio friendly pop rock. Christy said, my main holdup is having hard time finding space for the equipment. I think I won't. Do you have the equipment already? Cause like this place, the building that I'm in is small. It's not very big, and like if y'all been watching my videos, y'all have seen pretty much from every angle that I can show y'all. But I have it divided by this green divider right here that y'all can see in the background. But the way that I have it set up, I have the other side, which is kind of like the showroom, if you will. And then on this side, it's kind of really cramped up because I got the equipment that I have, it just kind of takes up a lot of space. And it's ways to rearrange it. I have rearranged it. Like my desk used to be facing a different way than it's facing now. So, you have to kind of work with what you have. Jason says, wait, Santa isn't real? You silly. Bridget said, you're so right about talking to kids. Then Scooby-Doo says, my living room and dining room is my business. Full Rusher says, I do social media marketing and find that a lot of people won't buy but will like the post. Any advice in conversations? I guess the best help that I can just give you offhand is if you check that video out that I have. It kind of offers a few different things, but I can't tell you exactly how to make people come. All I can tell you is, if you offer what they need or what they want or things that they like, maybe they'll come. And if when they do come, it will be good to have some good some hands-on samples and stuff like that they can feel and know exactly what it is and stuff like that. Full Russia says, why did the video freeze? I don't know. It might be this AT&T internet. On here is saying that my stream health is low, so I don't know what's going on with it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I don't know. Lou Richard says, yes, I print from home. I had a typing business for 15 years, but it was a storefront and I was fine with that because the customers came to me. It'll be okay. Thanks for all the tips. Yeah, that when you have a storefront, like when you don't have a storefront, you have to actually reach the people that you want to get. But like when you have an actual physical storefront, people that are passing by, they may not even be from that area and they'll see what you offer, so that it is a difference in that. Gina Gill says, take samples and freebies with you. Bridget Gaynor says, do you recommend pre-making t-shirts? If so, that is expensive. No, I don't. When I print spirit shirts, I have the screen set up like, let me see, like right over here. You may not be able to see it good, but I have 2 different designs for spirit shirts set up on there, and I have one of the designs from the funeral shirts that I printed. Because I kind of got my press maxed out right now, but when I do the spirit shirts, I have all the shirts in stock in different colors, and usually my designs can go on to any shirt, any color shirt. So when they come in, they choose the color and size shirt they want, and within like 3 minutes I have printed their shirt and sent it through the dryer, and I'm taking their payment and bagging their shirt up, and they out the door, and I'm gonna say in less than 5 minutes, you know. So when I do it that way, I don't have any waste unless I mess up, you know, because they go ahead and pay for their shirts right as I print it. I am not sure what the problem is. She may have to refresh. Scooby-Doo says, Smooth Girl cannot get the live feed. What could be the problem? Try refreshing the page and see if that works. Jason Ian says, I'm debating when I outgrow my big garage, if I want a storefront or warehouse. About the storefront and the warehouse, the only thing with that is like, I mean, this place that I'm renting is actually pretty cheap. That's probably the cheapest that I'll ever find, even in this small town, unless you own whatever building you print out of. Now the rent for this place is $300 a month. Then I got the internet bill, and I have the water bill and the electric bill. So I don't make any money until I pay those bills. So like, just say that my rent is $300 and all my bills is $200. That's $500 that I have to make before I even make and I still haven't made a profit. Even though if my bills are $500 and I have made $500 worth of shirts, all I have did is cover the price for renting this space. So, you know, I gotta make over $500 just to even have any form of profit. So that, you know, that's the main thing with that. And to be honest with you, if I had a house in a location, in a good location, I probably would do it from home, and I would just have my signs up and everything like that. And that way, or if I owned my building, you know, but it's not a lot of, I don't know, I just live in a small town, and that's part of why what I was talking about earlier about leaving this place, you know, to try to get to a bigger area. But as y'all know, I'm divorced, so I got my kids by myself, you know, so it's just a lot that kind of goes into it. And around here, this is a small town, so I know everybody here, you know, so it's just a lot better for me being a single parent. So I don't know, that's just something that I'm looking into. 352 GWD says, what type of machine do I use? If you're talking about my silk screen press, it's a Vastex V1000. If you're talking about my heat press, it's a Hicks Econo Press 15 by 15 inch. And if you're talking about my cutter, I have the Roland 15 inch the Roland 15 inch cutter, which I no longer use, but it still works. And I have the Roland GX24. CJ Johnson says, I've been enjoying your tutorials and learning a lot. Thank you for taking time out of your days to make these. Thank you. I appreciate you, CJ. Excave says, profit and loss of expense. Jason N says, yeah, I love the low overhead, but I like to outgrow it. Use my garage for a wood shop, my other love. Yep, that's understandable. Scooby-Doo says, I like working from home. I do not want to pack up and drive back and forth in my wheelchair. Full Russia says, when I get my business larger, I'm planning on getting a DTG printer. What's your opinion on that method of printing? I haven't really looked into it much, and I actually have not really even considered doing DTG printing. My thing was, you know, screen printing. You can do full color printing, full color designs with screen printing once you get into the the process printing. Lou Richard says, if you leave the store you're in, have you thought of holding on to it for a while after you leave as a security blanket? The way if the new place doesn't work, you would still have this as a backup. Well, I don't know. I might, but I'm like really thinking about like leaving this place, like leaving this town. You know, going to a bigger area. I don't know. As I make my decision and the day comes closer, I'll keep y'all updated and let y'all know, you know, everything that I'm doing. Gina said, with DTG, you must print every day or you will have clogging issues. Bridget Gaynor says, I will get one of those Rollins one day, but I'm still learning my Cricut. Scooby-Doo says, I have a DTG. It's just sitting there. The prints are nice, but the ink is expensive and waste was an issue. Darroway says, I've had my heat press and Cameo since 15. Just recently started making a few dollars from selling t-shirts. I'm making more money right now selling customized powder coated tumblers and bottles. Jason N says, maintenance on the DTG is a pain in the bum, so I've heard. Corey says, I'm a little behind, had to pause a few times. Thank you for all the replies. Jason N says, what is my commute time? I'm less than 5 minutes unless it's a train coming, because I have to cross a train track, but I'm less than 5 minutes here. I'm like 3 miles from here. About 3 miles from my shop. Gina Gill says, I walk home. No, I can't walk on that highway because it's a highway for me to get home because I live out of semi-limits. Scooby-Doo says, or catches a cow. If I had a cow or a horse or something, I sure would ride it because gas is steady going up. Excave said, a bigger area brings more walk-up traffic. Yeah, because some of the people that come in here, I don't know them. Never seen them before. So hopefully before the end of this year I can reach the 5,000 and go ahead and do the giveaway. Maybe I can give somebody some good equipment for Christmas. It would be nice for it to happen before Christmas, but you know, that's kind of my goal before the end of the year. So y'all make sure y'all hitting that thumbs up button and y'all sharing my videos so we can go ahead and get to, well, so I can go ahead and get to 5,000 and I can go ahead and do the giveaway. But it's getting close. So what do y'all have planned for the rest of the day? I actually have, well, y'all probably know if y'all been tuning in on live, but I haven't been playing basketball lately. I actually haven't played in about a month, and part of that is because football season has started for my little one. He's playing the youth football, like the city league or whatever. And Lou Richard says, Sin, did you do the spirit tiles? Actually, Lou, I did not get a chance to do the spirit tiles because, as I was saying earlier, I had a lot going on, and then I had that shirt order that was supposed to be in Wednesday, and it didn't come in Wednesday. I had planned on Thursday to print the tiles, but because UPS didn't come until Thursday, and then Friday morning I had a doctor's appointment that took forever. Man, I hope I don't have to go back to that doctor. It's just crazy. But anyway, I didn't get a chance to print them, but I will be printing tiles this week. So expect the video at least by next week. Crystal says, I would do homework assignments for my business classes for the rest of the day. I always take a break when this live stream comes on. Well, thanks, Crystal. I appreciate you tuning in on your break time, especially. And Crystal also said, I share your videos all the time, so hopefully you'll reach 5,000. Hopefully soon. Excave says, are the tiles going to be for sale on your website? They like some spirit tiles for football. That was actually what they are, or what they are for. Yeah, I'm gonna film the tile video, Bridget. I'm doing it with water-based inks so that I can get a softer hand, and I do have like some plastisol inks that are like the softer inks, but I just want to do it water-based. I actually haven't, and that's, you know, another good thing to do for a video is the water-based, because some people ask about that sometimes, doing water-based. So I just said I'm gonna, you know, do the video printing the tiles using water-based ink. No, the tiles that I'm printing are, they actually, I had them for a while. I think I showed them on the last thing or whatever. I just ordered, I think that came from Staten, if I remember correctly. The shirts that I order, I don't really just order specifically from Gildan, but they are Gildan shirts usually. And like the reason I order the Gildan shirts is because that's mostly what my customers request. So what I keep in stock is the Gildan shirts. All right, young Sparrow, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you later. Those, well, actually I haven't even put that video up. I did order some polyester jerseys, the football jerseys. I actually haven't even put that one up, but I ordered those from what is the name of that place? From Epic Sports, the last one I got. But I will order them from Staten or SNS. Hey, Scooby-Doo, can you sublimate polyester, any type of polyester shirts, like the just the regular polyester shirts, or do those shirts have to have a specific, do they have to be treated or whatever? Excave says, do you print towels the same way you do shirts, and is there a special ink for personal orders of football teams? No, it's not a special ink, and no, it's not a let me see, what was the other question? Do you print towels? And yes, I do print them the same way. I use actually this design that I have, let me see if I can get it. I can kind of show you part of it because it's actually a 2-color design, but the design right here with the Tiger football right there, that's the one I'm going to be printing on the tiles that I'm doing this week. Jason N says, I played with discharge on my home tiles, not white, and they came out great. There may be something else to consider, Jason. I might have to try that too. I haven't never really dealt with the discharge ink. Charlie Mack says, anything polyester. Full Russia says, I use the heavy cotton tees with the cutaway label or tearaway label. Gina Gill says, I buy my bulk shirts from companies that go out of business. Gina says, Gildan Performance is 100% polyester. Jason N says it stinks like a drug fart, but it's great. Sublimation is made for polyester. I practice my sublimation on old poly tablecloths. All right, if anybody else has any questions or comments, y'all can go ahead and leave them below. Does anybody have a source for 100% polyester spirit towels? The ones I use are cotton. Bridget says it's State a good company. I don't like how much shipping they charge. I hate to have to order from them, but I mean, as far as getting your order right, I mean, they're all right. The cheapest one, Excave. What about the towel you prefer to use? The cheapest one. That's the one. It's the ones with the fringed ends. It's called the rally towels. But I'll use any towels. I have printed on golf towels before. The ones that I have in stock now are Anvil. I can't tell you the number off of them, but and I did order some of those towels, and they were supposed to be red, but they look more maroon, and I didn't really like that. Gina says I can do cotton as well, and they will tell you can't do sublimation on cotton. I can and do. Food Rusher says I don't use a lot of polyester items because 3G Jet Opaque doesn't allow. I don't use a lot of polyester because 3G Opaque doesn't allow. I'm kind of confused about that question. I think you got a couple of typos. The vinyl, you can order vinyl rolls. I have a video where I order from YouTube. That's like the cheapest price I have found for vinyl, and I have links under most of my videos for that. All right, if y'all have any more questions, let me know. If not, I'm getting ready to log out. Gotta go check on my boys. I left them at home, which one of them is 14, so it's legal, but they don't always do what they're supposed to do, so I don't do it often. You welcome 35 2 GWD. All right, if there are not any more questions, I'm gonna go ahead and log out, and I will see you guys next Sunday. And last week I tried to get a video for every day, but I had so much going on. I stayed at the shop until after 11 o'clock Thursday, and I didn't get a video posted for Friday, but maybe I can do better this week. But I will at least have a couple of videos each week, at least 2 videos each week, but I try to do one every day. So let me see. All right, Scoob. He never did answer, Scoob. He didn't say nothing, so I was like, well, maybe he don't want to be moderator. So, Jason, would you like to be moderator? Because your old lady is telling me I didn't make you moderator, so I need to I need to go on and do that before I log off. If you don't mind being a moderator. Oh, I'm sorry. I must not have seen it then. What did you say? You said yes? You said yes or no? I'm going to take it you said yes, and I'm going to go ahead and make you a moderator. If you change your mind, let me know, and I'll still leave you the moderator anyway. Just because Scooby-Doo told me to. Oh, I'm sorry. Thanks, Lou. I'm sorry I didn't see that. I didn't see that he answered. I thought he didn't. Sometimes the stuff is scrolling up pretty fast, and then sometimes when I read it, it'll jump up. My bad. All right, Jason, I got you hooked up. All right, start with the hard eyes. I don't want Scooby-Doo getting on me now. Come on, Jason. Come on now. You're trying to get me in trouble. Well, all right. If that is if that's all the questions. Yeah, you can fix stuff. You and Scooby-Doo can fix stuff on here, cause y'all both got the wrenches. Scooby-Doo says, I know my man, he did answer. My bad, my bad. Sometimes I miss stuff. Gina Gill says, make me a mod for sublimation. You welcome, Lou. All right, if anybody else have any questions or comments, y'all can go ahead, because I'm getting ready to get off in about 2 minutes. Thanks, Full Rusher. And I appreciate y'all tuning in. Everybody that's on here, y'all be sure y'all hit the thumbs up button. So let me see how many likes I can get for this live stream. You welcome, Excave. Did everybody on here hit the thumbs up button? All right, Scoob. See you next time. All right, Jason. You welcome. Did everybody hit the thumbs up button? Y'all make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button before y'all go, because y'all have been here all this time, almost an hour and 30 minutes. Y'all ought to go on and hit that button. All right, and since I don't have any more questions right now or comments, I'm gonna go ahead and log out. Thanks, Crystal. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and log out, and I will see you guys next week. Let me see. I'm just trying to wait and make sure nobody else has a question or comment. Oh, Crystal, last time on one, I think it was the last live, it might have been the one before that. You had typed at the bottom something about somebody had a t-shirt chick page on Facebook or something. Was that you? I think that was you. Thanks, Scoob. Yeah, because I was thinking about doing that. Even though I'm not on there as much, maybe that'll motivate me to get on there more. I have to check it out and see. Yeah, because that wasn't me. I don't know who did that. Yeah, if I do it, it's going to be probably T-shirt Chick TV or something like that. Blue Riches, I can't afford that. I can't afford a few $1,000s. That's why I got T-Shirt Chick TV, cause that one, it was cheap. I bought that one for 3 years. I'm gonna have to go on there. You said it, and it's called T-Shirt Chick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look. I'm logging in right now, trying to go on here and see. Cause that's not me, and I don't appreciate them pretending to be me if that's what they're doing. Let me see. Yeah, I'll have to look that up a little bit later. Yeah, if you do, link it to me. Link it to me. Yeah, I don't know why they would do that. I had somebody that sent me in a message on here. It was a YouTube channel that was using my videos, and I reported them and they took it down. But I don't know why they would want to do that. Jason says Prince Squad rolls deep. They need to stop that. Thanks, Krista. If you find it, you can inbox me on YouTube with it, or you can just post it on one of the videos. That'll be fine, whichever one you do. Lou Richard says maybe that's why YouTube is messing with you now. I don't know. Scooby-Doo says go check the corner huggers. What's that? The corner huggers. I don't know what that is. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. And if anybody can run across that T-Shirt Chick page on YouTube, on Facebook, somebody send it to me. And that way I can go ahead and, I don't know, get to the bottom of the situation or whatever. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. And I will be posting as many videos as I can this week. Maybe not every day, but I'm going to do my best to do it every day. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in and representing the squad. If y'all interested in Print Squad t-shirts, I will be updating the stock levels this week. And I'll probably be changing up some of the colorways and do like some different colors and stuff like that. Change the color of the ink. I try to only keep 2 screens for that because I have other printing I have to do at the same time. But I will be doing that this week. But let me make sure nobody has any more. Charlie Mack says I can't chat, I've lost my voice. Chris Alleghi said I copied the link but it was too big. Okay, if you can did you try sending it as like a, what do you call it, a message on here, like a private message on here? Maybe that'll work. But thank y'all for tuning in. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you have not already. Be back on Sundays at 3:30 p.m. Central Time, and I will do another live screen. But until then, Print Squad out.